Apple just reset the entire market. It is officially March 2nd, 2026, and the Apple Experience event in New York and London has just kicked off with a shocker that no one saw coming at this price point. For years, we've talked about the $1,000 entry fee to join the macOS ecosystem. But as of this morning, Tim Cook has officially shattered that glass ceiling. We are looking at a brand new, colorful 12.9-inch MacBook that starts at an unbelievable $599. But as we always say here in the Vault, a low price tag often comes with hidden compromises. Is this the ultimate student laptop that effectively kills the Windows mid-range market? Or is it just a glorified iPad trapped in a clamshell body? At the same time, the iPhone 17e has officially leaked ahead of its Wednesday release, and it looks like the budget notch is finally dead, replaced by the dynamic island across the entire lineup. This isn't just a minor refresh. It's a fundamental shift in how Apple views its entry tier. Today, I'm breaking down the raw benchmarks of the A18 Pro silicon powering these new machines, the truth about the 22-hour battery life claims, and why one specific hardware omission might make this new MacBook a complete deal-breaker for creators. I'm George, and we are going deep into the specs to see if Apple's budget revolution is actually worth your hard-earned cash. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the Vault. Before we tear into the hardware, I have to give a huge shout-out to @BlondieSuperdog. I've been reading through your recent threads on the channel, and your commitment to testing real-world hardware limits is exactly why this community is the best on YouTube. It's awesome to see that level of engagement, so thank you for being a part of the Vault. Now, let's talk about the star of the show, the new $599 MacBook. This isn't using an M-series chip. Instead, Apple is leveraging the A18 Pro, the same powerhouse from the iPhone 16 Pro. On paper, using a phone chip sounds like a massive downgrade, but the benchmarks tell a different story. In 2026, this silicon is actually outperforming most Intel Core i5 and Ryzen 5 laptops in efficiency and single-core tasks. It's completely fanless, dead silent, and Apple is claiming a staggering 22 hours of real-world battery life. It comes in these incredible new finishes like lime, pink, and silver, clearly aiming for that student and casual market. However, here is the Vault warning. To hit that $599 price, Apple removed the backlit keyboard and the Thunderbolt controllers. You are limited to standard USB-C speeds and no glow on the keys for late-night study sessions. If you're a student writing papers, it's a dream. But if you're a creator trying to offload 4K footage from a high-speed SSD, that lack of Thunderbolt is going to be a massive bottleneck. Next up is the iPhone 17e, which was just confirmed for a March 4th release. This device is the final nail in the coffin for the old-school iPhone design language. We are finally saying goodbye to the notch on the budget tier, as the dynamic island has officially trickled down to the E-series. But the upgrades aren't just cosmetic. Under the hood, we are seeing a binned version of the brand new A19 chip, which means this $599 phone is technically more powerful than the flagship Pro models from just 2 years ago. Apple is also finally addressing the biggest complaint with their entry-level phones by doubling the base storage to 256 gigabytes. But the real quality of life win here is MagSafe. For years, the budget iPhones felt like second-class citizens because they couldn't take advantage of the magnetic ecosystem, but the 17e changes that. You get the full 25W wireless charging and compatibility with all the wallets and stands we've grown used to. Now, keep in mind, it still features a 60Hz Liquid Retina LCD to keep costs down, which might feel a bit sluggish if you're coming from a promotion display. But with the improved 48MP main sensor and the transition to a more durable ceramic shield too, the gap between cheap and premium has never been this thin. It's a calculated move by Apple to dominate the mid-range market, and honestly, for most users who just want a reliable, modern-looking iPhone, this makes the standard iPhone 17 a very hard sell. So, what is the ultimate verdict for the Apple Experience week of March 2026? It's clear that Apple is chasing the high-volume value segment with a vengeance. But before we go, I have to address the internet situation for all you new Mac and iPhone owners. Starlink versus fiber internet. I tested both. Here is the truth. While fiber remains the gold standard for pure speed and sub-10 ms latency in the city, The new Starlink V3 firmware has officially dropped idle power draw to 34 watts, making it a legitimate 24/7 option for off-grid users. After looking at all the data, here is George's bottom line. Buy the $599 MacBook if you are a student or a casual browser who values that legendary 22-hour battery life above all else. However, you should skip it and wait for the M5 MacBook Air if you do any professional work. The lack of a backlit keyboard and Thunderbolt ports isn't just a minor annoyance. It's a fundamental limitation for anyone who works in the dark or handles large files. On the phone side, the iPhone 17e is the sleeper hit of the year. It gives you 90% of the flagship experience for nearly half the price. Unless you are a hardcore mobile gamer who absolutely needs a 120Hz refresh rate, the 17e is the smartest buy in the lineup right now. But I want to hear from you. Is a $599 MacBook with no backlit keyboard a deal breaker in 2026? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm George. This is the Tech Review Vault, and I'll see you in the next one.